What happened on
Ben,
the 7th of October was abhorrent.
Ben,
We all agree with that. Absolutely
you
appalling.
can't
We know
say
what
it
happened.
abhorrent.
It's
No, Ben,
abhorrent.
I'm sorry.
It was an
Ben,
appalling terror
saying
attack.
it's abhorrent
That's
is
not what
not
that's
enough.
not what I asked you.
It's
I was asking
not
you about
enough.
I was asking what do you want me to call it? It was an appalling terror attack. It was barbarous. The people
Right.
response to it needs to be held to justice. Everything you will say, David, about the 7th of October, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm not asking you about that. I'm asking you about an innocent, seemingly innocent young man who was burnt alive in Gaza.
So let me tell you that story. Again, you haven't shared that with me before we came on, and I could have provided a more comprehensive answer and made inquiries myself about that story. So that, in one sense, Ben, that's highly unprofessional to try and.
David, come on! It's been
But
the
Ben,
most
if you let
before
me answer,
today.
Ben, it's no point.
It's been the
Ben, I'm going
most
to stop
covered
this
story.
interview if you don't allow me to talk.
Let me
You have
come back.
made an
No, David,
accusation against me.
let me come back on that because you've just questioned my professionalism. It's been probably the most reported story in relation to Israel in the last week, apart from the news today. So the idea that you didn't have prior warning that we were going to ask you about what's become a global news story, come on. You're a spokesperson for the Israeli government.
Yes.
It's not beyond
Okay.
the realms of reason that I ask
So,
you
Ben,
about a story that's gone completely global this week.
Yeah. So, Ben, we've had a Jewish festival here, which means I haven't been following LBC's news over the last 24 hours. It just ended this evening, but I am aware of the story. I would say to you that it is more professional to alert people you're going to raise this issue. But let me deal with the issue.
I've never done that with any interview ever.
Allow me, for heaven's sake,
Please
Ben,
answer
stop
it.
interrupting me. Ben, I'm not going to do your program if you keep interrupting.
Please answer it.
There is an element of what we call here in Israel Hollywood. There is a movement of fabrication of these sorts of events within the Palestinian Authority and also within Gaza. Now, this story in particular, I have seen with my own eyes evidence of this being fabricated, of models being used, of these sorts of stories being created, fabricated, so that it will encourage world outrage. Now, I've already seen that with my own eyes, and other people can see it as well. Yes, of course, innocent people being killed in Gaza is horrendous. Nobody wants it. But let's be absolutely clear. The person responsible for their death was killed. His name was Yahya Sinwar.